Hi guys, welcome back to Pixasuk ASMR. So I am not doing ASMR style today. I just wanted to sit in front of the camera and eat a meal with you all. Actually, I've been watching a lot of African food eating ASMR, and I've been really wanting to try an African dish. I haven't had it for maybe, I'd probably say about 3 years, well, probably 4 years. Haven't had it in like 4 years. I recently went to Virginia, and there I had Jamaican food that almost like represented African food, but not necessarily. And I was gonna do an ASMR style because I think it was last week I tried making fufu from tapioca starch, and no matter how many times I tried to make the fufu, the consistency didn't stay. So what I went ahead and did was I YouTubed a lot of how to make fufu, and I came across how to make fufu with potato. So I actually use potato for my fufu. And actually last week when I did make my plantains, it wasn't ripe yet, so it didn't really taste as good as the plantains that I did make today. I did make a tomato sauce to go with the fufu, but it's not going to be as authentic as African tomato stew or soup. So yeah, I just kind of just improvised. I really wanted to do, I really wanted to have an African dish, but what I did try last week, it was a complete fail. I'm not the type of person that like to waste food, so I ate my plantains anyway. Of course, I couldn't eat the fufu because it was like too sticky and it just wasn't that great. And the way that I made my tomato sauce wasn't as good. This time I really like improvised and used different things that would be to my liking. So I definitely did do things that would make it taste better for me. But anyways, let's go ahead and just get started. I'm gonna go ahead and open my potato fufu. I did wash my hands already, so I'm ready to just kind of just dig in. Yeah, I'm kind of really happy the way that my potato fufu turned out. It's pretty good actually. It's not so here's what it looks like. I baked some chicken, made some plantains, and of course got my tomato sauce. Usually when I do have dinner, I like to sit in front of the TV. So right now I'm actually watching The Invisible Man. It's one of my favorite movies. So usually, yeah, when I usually eat dinner, I live alone, so I usually just put on a really good movie and just eat dinner. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I really wanted to just come on here and yeah, eat with y'all. You might hear the TV on. I put it on low, but plantains taste so much better. They're sweet too, and I fried it with Evo, so extra virgin olive oil. And it is not dry. last week my plantains were dry. I guess because, you know, my plantain wasn't ripe yet to use, but I went ahead and used it anyway because I didn't really, I guess I didn't really know better, I would have to say. This is so good. I did use some crushed red pepper and Frank's Red Hot sauce, just a little bit in here, so it has a perfect amount of kick. I'm gonna try the plantain. Plantain. I'm gonna try the potato fufu. It's just right. It's not super sticky like what I had made last week. It was so sticky I couldn't even eat it. Oh, so good. It actually tastes really good, especially with these onions and these tomatoes. You see that? So I've been watching just a lot of African food ASMRs, and so I was like really wanting, and you know, here in Anchorage you just can't find there's no African restaurants or cuisines or food trucks, and no one sells African food, so you have to basically just make it at home. Now the way that I've been learning and observing from those the African ASMRs is you're not really you probably shouldn't be like chewing your fufu. You kind of just swallow it, but because I have like onions and they're a little bit, I have to like chew it. But this sauce is so good. Actually, I think I'm gonna do an ASMR. Oh, I forgot to take out my bay leaf. So good. So, yeah. And also one thing that I noticed, like with African ASMRs, and you know, I used to date an African, my ex was an African man, is you use your hands to eat. Which works for me because I also kind of grew up eating with my hands. Like, we have this dish called ramalok, and it's half-dried smoked salmon. And we basically, well, I basically eat with my hands whenever I have that dish. Oh my God. I am telling you, I did so much better today. I don't know. I think I was just really determined to like have African inspired food. So yeah. And you know what? This fufu is made from potato. But usually they make it from pounded yam and God, I'm spacing the name of that starch that they use. Mm. Mm. Also, another thing I grew up doing is basically cleaning all the meat off the bone. We have a word for that. It's called buguk. And buguk literally means clear the meat off of the bone, or, you know. Mm. Mm. I'm so happy. I'm happy the way that this turned out. I kind of just wish that I had like a different type of fufu, like with the real thing. But like I said, I did everything I can to make with tapioca. I did everything I could do to make it with cassava, actually. But it just didn't work. Maybe I just don't have the touch. I don't know. It's actually kind of hard to make. But oh my goodness. So good. And this tomato stew, like I said, perfect amount of heat. It's not like, ugh, so hot. Like, when it's too hot or too spicy, or if something's too spicy for me, then I typically don't enjoy it, you know. But when it has that perfect amount of kick where it's like not too overbearingly spicy, then ooh, then I enjoy it. There's kind of just also just one thing that kind of I like having spicy is pho. Whenever I eat pho, oxtail pho, I like it, you know, a little bit more spicier than usual, but that's kind of the only food that I like spicy, and maybe Mexican food. But otherwise, I don't like things like too spicy hot. Oh my gosh. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing okay. I did a Valentine's Day video. I hope you all had a chance to review it. really want authentic African food. I really want to try egusi soup, but man, the way that you make egusi soup, it's kind of a process, and I'm not the best in the kitchen, but you know, I try. I'm not the best cook. I love eating my sister and my mom's food. And look at that. It's not too, like, it's so easy to pull apart, which, man, I did pretty good. Anyways, guys, I want to keep this video short, and it's already at 18 minutes. So I'll go ahead and finish off this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting Big Sasuk ASMR, and we'll just see you in the next video. Bye.